If you thought the concept of spring high school football in the state of Illinois was the craziest permutation of this strangest of strange sports years, try this one on for size. Quincy Notre Dame conference football member. I kid you not, we found out today that if we in fact get to March with everything in place, the Raiders will in fact, at least for this season in the spring, be nomads no more.
We're excited to have this option. To go to the Big 12 and to have an opportunity to play some familiar foes that we've played in the past.
It is a one-year, one-off football-only affiliation for Quincy Notre Dame football with the Big 12 Conference comprised of teams out of Peoria, Bloomington, and Champaign. But it also stands as a lifeline to the Raider football program, period, for the so-called COVID spring, where a lack of conference scheduling guarantees is a logistical non-starter and imperiled Quincy Notre Dame's chances to even participate.
It's been a whirlwind, because people started jumping immediately and conferences started grabbing people, and before you knew it, really the only two schools that were out there that were left that needed ball games were us and Breeze Mater Dei.
We had some help from the IHSA as of late to try to find games like that, but really the struggle then became to fill out an underclass schedule and to find JV games. Which we have that in the Big 12 Conference.
For us, we finally have a 7-game football schedule, and it's not piecemealing something and coming up with 3 or 4 games with the hope that maybe you come up with some other games later.
We've got some teams that we're familiar with, some teams that'll be new to us, but this is a challenge like anything that we're excited about, and we're ready to tackle it head on.
The architecture of how scheduling works is a little complex, and yes, before you ask, it does in fact eliminate the possibility of a game with Quincy High School.
We'll be based out of the normal Bloomington area with those 3 schools. It's just how it fell. So we fell where it is, and then from there, after you play those 3 games and everything gets seeded out, and you will play people with your similar ability after that.
It's very new. I think our guys are still processing it. I think they're excited to know who we're playing. I think they're disappointed to know that we're not going to play some of the teams that we originally had scheduled. But like anything, they're excited to have the opportunity to play football and to have that hope alive for the spring.
We're going to play Bloomington. We're going to open up here on that March the 5th. I don't know if it's going to be snowing. I don't know if the field's going to be frozen. I don't know if it's a night game, afternoon game. But I'm excited for our kids and for our football family that we finally have some of these answers that a lot of people have wanted for a long, long time.
But nevertheless, this new conference affiliation with the Big 12 ensures football at 10th and Jackson if football does indeed happen in the land of Lincoln in March. And for that, Bill Cannell owes a debt of gratitude to some old friends.
Tim Thornton and Mr. Dunlap from Peoria High, and also Mr. Dreyer and Mr. Brown from Richwoods. I think those guys went to bat, and certainly Coach Thornton. Mine and his relationship goes way, way back, and him and Coach Jack now are good friends. And again, I can't thank those people enough for going to bat for us, because they know what our school's about, and they know how we treat people. They know what our football program's about. Certainly we want to win, but we're going to treat people with greatness, kindness, and when they come here, when we host them, they're going to be treated like $1 million.